How are we doing, guys? Moose here, back for episode number 53 of our West Ham United career mode. If we take a look at the calendar, you can see we have some huge matches coming up. Manchester United in the league, followed by Norwich City in the FA Cup. We can see we drew Norwich City. We escaped Manchester United, thankfully, in the semifinals here, but we could see them in the finals if we are able to beat Norwich, because United have, you know, you consider a relatively easy task against Sunderland, though Sunderland did knock out Manchester City, so that will be certainly some exciting matchups, and that will be featured in the next episode. We do get a bit of training going on here. Aldair is bumped up to 78 overall. Medine is very close to 74, so some of those youngsters really getting a huge bump to their stats, and I think they're going to play a huge part for us next year once we have to compete in both Europe as well as the Premier League. But we get some messages here. Lanzini, who, I mean, to be honest, he hasn't played hardly at all lately. He had complained about his playing time. He says, "Hey, thanks for playing me some more, boss. Thank you, really appreciate it." You're drunk, Lanzini. Go home. And then Oxford says, "Yes, I'm really happy that I'm getting some game time." And, of course, our goalkeeper says, our third-string goalkeeper has signed a deal. And also, Iorfa wants wages again. Get out of here, son. But we take a look at the table. We haven't done this for a while, so I thought it'd be good to show you. Middlesbrough, Norwich, Crystal Palace, all fighting at the bottom of the table to try and stay from being relegated, while we are trying to chase down Chelsea as the likes of the two Manchester clubs and Arsenal fight for top four. We are trying to reel in Chelsea. We do have one match in hand, so if we are able to do it, that will be fantastic. And the first way that we're going to start that off is against Manchester United. We come out in our typical 4-2-3-1 formation with our active wingers that are, you know, really getting into the offensive play. And we're going to have to try and come away with a victory here. United always a tough team for us, but we absolutely blitzed them away from home at Manchester United. Remember, that was the match Noble scored 2 and completely blew United away. But they're going to come out really motivated. They do have a game in hand and have the possibility to go to third in the table if they are able to beat us here. And we have a big matchup here. Thomas Muller scored 4 in his last 3. He's actually the leading scorer in the Premier League now, joint with Paulo Dybala, who's on 15 goals to second, but they're actually joint top. For us, Antonio comes back into the starting lineup. We got Teo on the other wing. Of course, Dybala and Lacazette looking to combine up front like they have done so well this season. It's been unbelievable since Lacazette's joined in January. For Manchester United, they have Muller up top, Juan Mata, Depay, and the likes of their bench is fantastic. Toni Kroos, Martial, Schweinsteiger, and Rooney, all on the bench options for them to come off that would be real dangerous to us if they get onto the pitch. But we start off very brightly here. Leon Goretzka to Lacazette into Dybala. He lays that wide to Christian Teo. Some really nice passing football. Teo tries to flick it in, but he does win us a corner early on. And we're trying to just find our way in behind Manchester United's back line right now. We do get a really good chance. Goretzka to Antonio. We go right to left on your screen, but Antonio with another good chance that is blocked. And United are able to come forward minutes later with their first chance. Memphis Depay skipping through a few defenders, gets in with a lovely back heel pass on a bit of a 360 to Andres Pereira, but the Brazilian cannot beat Jack Butland, who stands his ground. Noble plays the ball into our right back, Vanderbilt. He hits Teo on a lovely run on the outside of the defense, dances inside the defender, and that's a fantastic tackle from, I think it was Memphis Depay, actually getting back and helping out defensively, as both teams probing early on here. Depay with a good header, but straight at Butland, and neither team can break the deadlock as of yet. Antonio on the ball now into Paulo Dybala. He looks to play the ball back out wide to the English winger. Antonio does really well to skip around his defender with a nice skill move, floats the ball, and Dybala, oh my word! You thought that was the moment we were going to break through, but unfortunately Dybala's header does go into the side netting, and we're not able to take an advantage just yet. Antonio creates a really good chance, dances inside a couple of defenders, but at the last moment, Chris Smalling knocks the ball away and allows Manchester United to come away on a counterattack, but Muller gives it away to our skipper, Mark Noble, with a fantastic stop. Dybala over the top, Antonio, but he can't get any power behind the header, and we are yet to find that first goal, but we look clearly the team that is in the most danger of taking the lead, and that was nearly it. Lacazette, we know what kind of free kick taker he is. Fantastic one against Everton, if you remember. He curls this one looking for the top corner, but unfortunately for us, Victor Valdez, who's in for David De Gea, does really, really well to keep that ball up. And it does go out for a corner for us, which Noble will whip in, trying to find the head of our big central midfielder, Kiate, but unfortunately the Senegalese man only puts it just wide. But we do come forward yet again with Mark Noble, dances around on the ball, finds Aaron Cresswell, plays a lovely 1-2 with the skipper, out wide to Mikel Antonio. If he he can create some havoc. Dances through Darmy with a lovely body feint. Plays it back. Lacazette, one touch out of his feet, and it's in the back of the net. Alexander Lacazette in hot goal-scoring form. I mean, there's only, what, 4 or 5 matches left, and yet he could possibly find himself getting the golden boot. That's how many goals he is scoring at this moment in time. Great play from Antonio. Lovely work movement. Starts with Noble playing the 1-2 with Cresswell. Finds the feet of Lacazette. One touch out of his feet. And that's exactly the type of goal that you see him score all the time. He's got an absolute poacher's instinct. He gets into that attacking, 18-yard box. Finds the ball and puts in the back of the net. His 8th goal in the Premier League. He's scoring for absolute fun right now, and it does give us a 1-0 lead. We come forward yet again with Antonio, ball over the top, looking for Lacazette. It's come off for Rojo, hits Lacazette in the chest, and it's in the net. I don't believe it. He doesn't know anything about it, does Lacazette. Rojo looks to clear it. It comes off the chest of Lacazette, ricochets over the top of the United keeper, and it's in the back of the net, and Lacazette's found a double. Unbelievable turn of events. Rojo goes to clear it. It hits Lacazette in the shin, and then, or the thigh, and then the chest. Loops over the top of Valde. He's not able to get anywhere near it. And Lacazette, I mean, that's the kind of form he's in right now. He can score a goal without even kicking the ball. That is unbelievable from Alexander Lacazette. His 9th of the campaign for our number 9. We take a 2-0 advantage. Depay, though, looking to come back for United. As he dances inside of a couple of defenders, skips past Kiyate, is able to strike it towards goal, and thankfully off of the base of a deflection, Butland does keep it out of the back of the net. And we're looking to hold on here. This is the most dangerous lead in football. 2 goals, I think. And Dybala nearly makes it 3 goals. That is an unbelievable strike off the outside of his boot. My word, the Argentinian was that close to tripling our advantage, or giving us a 3-goal advantage, I should say. But Teo, lovely overlap, played with Alexander Lacazette, comes towards the goal, but unfortunately puts it straight down the throat of Victor Valdez, who knocks the ball away. As we are running rampant over Manchester United. Depay looking to get one back with a free kick that skims just over the top of our net, but thankfully doesn't trouble Jack Butland. And Depay with a string of free kick, a series of them. He's looking for Schneiderlin at the back post, but we do defend it very, very well. And Christian Teo is able to come down with the ball. In fact, he turns inside, plays it to Van der Wiel, who's going to look for Teo back out on that right-hand side. Skips forward, does want to play the ball forward, and he's gone down with a bit of an injury. Non-contact from Teo, and he is down, but West Ham's still forward on the counterattack. Sees Paulo Dybala coming forward, potentially creating some. He's in acres of space, looking for Aaron Cresswell out on the overlap, the left back, with a really, really poor first touch, but somehow he keeps it in play, looks to whip it in, create some havoc here, in towards Lacazette, and it's inches over the top of the goal from the French striker, and Christian Teo is not going to be able to continue. He's going to have to come off. He will be replaced by Andre Carrillo, of course, the Peruvian, who's just come back from injury himself, will come on as a substitute. And we'll take a look at that Teo injury. Makes a pass here as he's sprinting up the wing, and as soon as he makes the pass, he goes down clutching his leg. A non-contact injury. That's always the worst type of injury, something you never want to see, so we'll have to wait and see what is the diagnosis on Teo once he gets some scans completed. But United look to take advantage of our distraught defending here as Muller comes forward very well, and Butland is forced into a really good save. Another good chance for Depay, but he curls it straight into the hands of Jack Butland, and we're looking for that 3rd goal to give us the 3 points and really put things away. Carrillo kind of marauds forward here, looks for the run of Mikel Antonio, coming inside, he scored! Mikel Antonio with an unbelievable finish. That's so cool and composed from the winger. He's been absolutely sublime, and Manchester United is the team that he has gives them absolute nightmares. What a finish from Mikel Antonio. We know he had, I think, a goal and an assist, or a goal and 2 assists in the reverse fixture against Manchester United away at Old Trafford. And just like that, he's done the absolute same here. He's got a goal and an assist, and it's a fantastic performance all around for Mikel Antonio. And that's surely got to sign, seal, and deliver this victory to us right now. Fantastic goal from the Englishman, and it's got things wrapped up. Put a bow tie on it, it's completely over. But Carrillo doing really well, skipping around a couple of defenders. If we can range forward for yet another chance, finds Goretzka. Goretzka strikes it from range, and it's a screamer into the back of the net. It's come off the post and in. That is an unbelievable finish from the German midfielder. He's putting his name above Schweinsteiger for Die Mannschaft. Lovely finish from Goretzka. It's wunderbar, very wunderbar. Lovely goal from Leon. Unbelievable strike from range. I think it might take just a hint of a deflection. You look at Phil. Look at Phil Jones. He takes it off the face. Fatality. He just leans his head back, and it's in the back of the net, off of the post. Phil Jones with a little bit of an assist there, but Leon Goretzka puts things away, wraps it up 4-0. An unbelievable finish to this game. And Dimitri Payet comes on as a late substitute and makes an absolute mug of Darmian. I just put this in for the skill move. It's not even going to come to anything, but it was an unbelievable play from Payet to roulette him at the top of the box. And that's going to wrap things up. Lacazette with a great performance. Overall, we completely dominated United. 2 goals for the Frenchman. Antonio puts in a man of the match performance. He's my Moose's Mighty Hammer player of the match. Going to get 3 points in the voting. 2 points are going to go to Alexander Lacazette, who of course scored a pair of goals, one which he maybe didn't know anything about, but it counts all the same, and 1 point to Leon Goretzka, who scored that screamer late on in the match. So another 4-0 victory against Manchester United. If we do meet them in the FA Cup final, should we live stream it? Let me know in the comments if you think we should live stream the FA Cup final if we do make it. But that's going to be it for this episode, guys. Be sure to leave a like, subscribe to the channel if you're new, and as always, thank you so much for watching. We'll see you in the next one. Take care. Bye-bye.
Like we always do with this time. I got to shine.